The Bring a Trailer Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bring a Trailer Podcast. Alex Porter coming to you from the San Francisco headquarters of BAT, joined once again by Beck. Hey, Beck.
Hey, Alex. Good to be here.
We'd love to have you here. And thank God, sitting across from the table once again, Zach. Good to have you back, man.
No one can see it, but I'm blushing right now.
That's right. You also won't lick the mic the way I want you to. You won't get up on it.
Oh, sorry. This is taking a PG-13 twist
Totally.
pretty immediately.
Totally.
The podcast has changed while you've been away.
That's right. We've gotten a lot more lewd. It is wonderful to have you back. You were on the East Coast for how long? It's been a while since we've seen you.
Forth. I've been doing like 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off.
You were only gone for 3 weeks. I feel like we haven't seen you for a long time.
Maybe it was 4. I feel like we're off cycle. I was in the office last week. It was quiet. You know, sometimes a major accident on the bridge makes me have to stay in the East Bay.
Totally. Plus, so much has changed. The weather has changed. The time has changed. And then also, of course, Beck and I have made the podcast a lot more lewd. So all of that.
Yeah. And we got that new credenza in the office.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Huff.
There's a new class in there. There's an MGB GT in there right now.
Things have really changed on that front. Yeah.
The color spectrum is pretty incredible. Reds, greens. We lost the blue. We still have yellow.
What color car are you going to put in there? You said you need to bring a car in.
Dude, all my cars are silver. It's so
I know.
boring.
You got a yellow car? You brought it today?
I do have a yellow car, but I need that one to drive.
You have a red car, too.
I have a red car. I miss having a green car.
Yeah,
That was
correct.
something else I was thinking on. Of all of my cars, I only have one car that doesn't have a spoiler.
Oh, that's interesting.
Whoa.
You know what's interesting is my 5-year-old knows about spoilers and wings because I have a lot of cars with wings, too, because the NSX had the built-in one. The GT3 had one, and the Civic stupidly has one.
But can he tell the difference, though?
He called the one on the GT3 the really big one. But like I can't remember the exact context, but we were in something the other day and he was like, why doesn't this car have a spoiler? Like we were in some car that didn't have a spoiler and he was a little upset about that.
I mean, our base Golf has a spoiler, so everything has it now.
I find that relatable.
Your former green car might come up today. That's a 2012 car. We were talking about that
I've been missing
downstairs.
that car a lot. It brought me a lot of joy.
Okay, good. Well, we'll talk to it. Well, that's a little teaser of what we're doing today. We're going to do a 1-year garage episode. We're going to do 2012, which is the newest year we've done by quite a bit. I found it to be a year, Zach, you and I were talking about this downstairs, a year with a lot to it. Did you find that when you were prepping?
Definitely when it comes to, certain categories more than others, but tons and tons of offering. And we're getting more and more modern. The cars can do so many more different.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, this would fit in
crossover.
4 categories.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. It's because my tastes are so narrow and one-dimensional, but I'm like, there's a lot like that's a good car, but it's not the best version of this car. It's a tweener year. There's no Halo cars that year.
There's no GT3.
Yeah, I was going to say, can we clarify? There's no GT3 or 2, right,
Correct.
this year? And then you could get really early 991s, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Okay, which is weird.
2012 and a half.
Yeah.
7-speed.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, it is a tweener year a little bit on some of that stuff. But
There's not a Ferrari Halo car. There's no...
Right.
Could you get a 2012 599? I don't even know if there's I think 2011 is the last
There
year
may
for
have been a
599.
GTO, or is the GTO a 11?
No, the GTOs are 11, and then the F12 is 13.
Right.
So there may be no big front end.
And there's
Ferrari.
the Camaro with the LS7 in it isn't around, which I was hoping it was. I love that car. The one with the flow tie, with the open bow tie on the front. I think it's called a Z28, but that was not made in this year.
Yeah, 918, no.
Yeah.
No, P1, no LaFerrari.
But that makes it good in some ways, I think. There's
It's
plenty of
interesting.
good cars.
We'll see if things get picked quick or not.
We can dive into some of the stuff about the year first, but I had a lot of fun looking at this one. I actually was like, oh man, there's an embarrassment of riches. I think we'll have a lot of honorable mentions, but I think there will be some friction between the three of us and order will matter.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we're being a little bit desperate here at the moment.
Yeah. Let me talk about the year first, and then we can come up with the order that we're going to pick in, and I can explain the rules for those who have not done one of these before. We've only done 1 year from this century so far. It was 2006. And just for a little bit of insight into this year, the 2000s and 2010s are our most popular decades on BAT, so we need to do more. Zach floated maybe a 2026 episode as we go into the new year.
That'd be fun, Jan 1.
I think it would be really fun. I think it'd be really interesting. Like, I have no idea what's available in the car market right now, so it would actually probably take more research than most
Didn't
of
you
these.
just buy a new car? Or is
It's a
it- was that-
23. It's
Oh,
new to
okay.
us, and it only had 9,000 miles. But
Shows
it's-
how out of touch I am. Like, that's a brand new car and it's 3 years old.
guess what? It feels brand new to me. Besides my 2019 Civic, it's the newest car I've ever owned, and it has all these functions that kind of blow my mind. So yeah, modern cars are a trip. You guys all drive old cars too, so you know.
So what was happening in the world in 2012?
Simpler times was my takeaway as I read about the history. That's, Obama getting reelected. There's the movie that was at the Mayan calendar. The world was supposed to end in
Yes,
2012,
That's
right? People romanticize the 90s because it was simpler times, but basically any time before the pandemic was simpler
Something
times.
about a taupe suit that Obama wore. That's
Totally.
about it.
Beige.
That's all I remember.
Yeah. Number one movie was
Good callback. I'm still offended by that.
Yeah,
The
deeply.
Audacity of Taupe. That was the best headline.
Totally. I was very upset as well. Still am. Top movie of the year, The Avengers, the original one. They did a bunch of those.
Okay, you know what else came out that year?
Tell.
21 Jump Street.
Oh, what a great one.
It's one of, I think, 3 things I've ever seen that I've laughed so hard I almost threw up.
It's a very funny
Rob
movie.
Riggle. Oh, incredible.
Dude, this is a family-friendly podcast. We can't talk about what happens with the gunplay in him, but it's very good.
Whole
very,
film,
very good.
fantastic.
Number 2 movie was Dark Knight Rises. So Nolan still making Batman movies. In some ways, 2012 is not that long time ago, but it's also like quite a long time ago. It's like a little mix of
It's
both.
2 Batmans ago. Two different people that played Batman.
2 different
since then.
people, right?
Exactly.
It's like 4 Batman movies
Yes.
ago.
Yeah.
Hunger Games, which I've never seen, but number 4 movie was Skyfall. So a little car movie, and there are car adjacent movie at least. Maybe the only Academy Award nominated James Bond, a very good one. Oscars are boring because it was The Artist. Do you remember that? This is like a movie that's been forgotten. That was the silent movie. Did you see that, Zach? No.
Good response.
I think it took place in the 1920s, but it won everything. Like won Best Picture, Best Director. And when was the last time you had a chat with somebody about The Artist?
This is it.
This is the first time, right? I did see it. Meryl Streep won Best Actress for Iron Lady for her Thatcher portrayal, which is also kind of a Meryl's wonderful. Let's give her another Oscar. So like not that exciting. We should talk about where we all were in 2012. But somebody that I used to know, the Gautier song, that was the huge hit of 2012.
Yeah.
Still around. And also Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. Those were the 2 hugies. Oh, and Gangnam Style was 2012, which I was definitely listening to with my 1.5-year-old son at the time. Little sigh. Where were you guys in 2012? Zach, were you 19, 20? You were an adult at this point.
I was 21 in college. Yeah. I was diligently studying philosophy.
Yeah, at Berkeley.
Yes.
Did you have motorcycles at the time?
I did have a motorcycle at the time. I don't remember. I think that's when I had my Triumph Daytona 675.
Just that and the Prelude?
That and the Prelude, which was my only car until I bought the black GT3.
Amazing.
But I cycled through a few bikes by then. I think I had my red 3-cylinder Triumph.
Amazing.
Probably my favorite bike I had.
Sick.
Yeah.
2012 was about when I started reading BAT. That's about when I found it. 2011 or 2012.
It was probably right around there. It's my friend in college was like, you got to check this out from our... Oh, man, I live in a fraternity in 2012.
Oh,
now.
man.
I'm really, really going back.
No wonder you liked 21 Jump Street.
And actually, my parking spot that I pay for around town is in an apartment building across the street from that fraternity now, which makes me laugh when I'm pulling the Supra in and out or whatever I have stored there.
Amazing.
2012, man, it feels like yesterday, but 12 years is...
13 years, almost 14 years ago now.
Ugh.
I know. I know. I had a 1-year-old kid at the time who's now about to get his learner's permit. So that's how long ago it was for me.
Beck, 2012, were you freaking out about the Mayan calendar or what?
Not too much concern about the Mayan calendar, but I had just moved back to the city 2 years prior. I was working the daily gigs on the wire for Reuters and the AP. Call Me Maybe. I was hearing pretty much every day because I was shooting the A's almost every day in Oakland. And that song would play like in the 7th inning almost every single time. It was just a hit thing and it got people to dance. So when you said that, it just struck a chord with me.
It all came rushing back.
The players are all playing that to try and get drafted onto another team.
Desperate to get out of there.
Was 2012 one of their big years? Well, that's not the...
A's were, so Giants went to the World Series and won it in 2012. A's were in the playoff hunt every year at that time. It was a phenomenal time to be a sports photographer in the Bay Area at that time. I mean, it was just work. 2011 is when my personal account on Bring a Trailer starts. So right about then.
Okay, Beck, we'll save it for the 2011 pod.
Yeah, we'll get it there. But I was going deep into it because Feb 2011 is when I bought my 2002. And so I was on the site regularly, just learning, right?
The
just
Malaga car?
Yes.
Awesome. I was just thinking about that car the other night.
How you missed out on the greatest financial opportunity of your life.
I know, man. I thought about it when it came through.
Discussed
Still
in the office.
talk of the
Still
office.
the cheapest running 2002 Ti that has ever sold.
Under
retail.
10 grand, right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I just
Still
pulled it up on my phone. June 1, 2012. That's when I bought my first motorcycle, the Husqvarna Supermoto.
Wow.
And then I got the Triumph.
Those have a
later.
huge, aren't they like a 700cc single? They're a huge single, aren't
That
they?
was a 610.
610, okay.
Big single.
Wow.
Thumper. Really vibrated on the freeway.
I bet.
You'd open up the throttle again on the freeway, and with the mirror design, it had like these big high five mirrors. They'd both just flip down with the force of the wind, and then you couldn't see anything behind you. It's fantastic.
So great.
Sorry, Beck.
That's how you want to live life. It's a good sign. For
Well,
something like
2012 is interesting too, because it is like change in technology. Like looking at some of these cars, some of them have like, none of them have a big screen, but they have like transitional screen technology. You can see like car manufacturers wedging screens onto the dashboards of their cars. It's all changing.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. 2012 feels like the start of the big technological shift of the world.
that. And the transmissions start changing pretty dramatically.
That's right.
I mean, outside of cars, though, it's like right about the transitionary year where it feels like physical albums are selling a lot less. Like media is being consumed through. When was Netflix streaming? It's got to be like right around.
Well,
there.
it's
Right, 2010,
2011 was all the Arab Spring, and everyone was so positive about social media. They're like, it's going to change the
Sure.
world for the good. And like, that's why this feels like a simpler time, I think, in many ways, Zach, to your point, right? It's like by 2012, you're like, maybe it's not so great. And only just a couple years later, you're like, oh, this is a disaster.
It was a great time to be south of Market in San Francisco. I mean, the growth was just insane.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was a crazy time. My wife, then girlfriend, was working in the tech startups in that space. And it was what you saw in Silicon Valley, the TV show.
Yeah. You're right, Zach. It's totally transitional for cars and elsewhere. And yeah, it's the switch to streaming. It's the switch to technology in the cars. Honestly, I miss the pre-2012 era, but I still, like, this has got all kinds of good stuff in it. So we can dive in. Oh, let me talk a little bit about racing before we do. Can you name the Formula One? Did you look this up, Zach? The Formula One champion?
No, I didn't. Beck can probably say at the top of his
2012.
2012. God, it wasn't Raikkonen, was it?
He got third place with a Lotus team in 2012.
When it
which I
was
didn't even
actually
remember.
Lotus.
Was it Jensen Button?
No.
No, Button
Oh.
was 08.
These were still NAV8s with like
Correct.
the
It's the-
electronic recovery
Well, there's
system.
one more year of NAV8s in
It's-
2013.
Not Lewis or
Nope.
Nico.
They were kind of bad this year, that
Correct.
team.
had-
Mercedes is building.
That's right around when he shifted teams, right?
He went to Mercedes right about then. It was when he was.
It's, I believe, a 4-time winner. It's a 4-time champion. Pretty famous.
Oh, Alonso?
Alonso's number's 2 in a Ferrari.
Alonso only won
Oh.
twice, I think.
You're right. He's a 2-time champion.
But he's come so close so many times.
Gosh.
Seb Vettel.
Oh, Seb Vettel.
Vettel in a Red Bull.
There you
Yep,
go.
that's
Sure.
right.
That's what he won all his titles in a Red Bull.
Oh,
Correct.
he okay.
Yes,
So yeah,
all
this
4.
shows how much I know. Yeah. Is this the end for him, 2012, or is this the
The end is
start?
when he switches to Ferrari.
Okay.
Didn't he have a gnarly crash in a Red Bull? And they seem to say there is a big moment after that. Also, I think Red Bull's car kind of.
Well, it
went
was
down
when they
the
switched to
line.
the hybrids that the Red Bull didn't acclimate as quickly. The V8s, you could put your little power unit wherever you wanted. And the trick for Red Bull, I believe, was that they put their electric motor inside the transmission, which no one had really done before. Everyone was sort of just putting it on the rear axle. And they got to trick it to treat it like it was traction control when traction control was considered illegal. And that made massive dominance for the Vettel era. And when it went to hybrids, they kind of struggled. And then they eventually caught back up. But I think the damage was done. And he's flipped and went to Ferrari, where he never really recovered from there.
Fascinating.
Now we can interchange Lewis Hamilton into exactly what
Right.
you just said.
I mean, it happens to so many of these guys.
Yes.
And poor Charles has been there the entire time. So you can't even say he's recovered.
No, he's got that, 5-6 year contract he's just riding out.
I like all those guys. I'm very sympathetic to the aging Formula One drivers who still get a seat but can't win anything.
It's painful. I'm such a Lewis Hamilton fan.
Me too. I like
it's
Vettel a lot too. I was always a fan of his. He also seems like kind of a down to earth, mellow guy.
Yeah, he seems like a great
Now
person.
he does, yes.
Oh, okay. There was friction back then. Were you watching Formula One in period?
2012 a little bit. 2013 was my first full season. They caught me on Australia 2013, great race. It's the argument for why you should have as few practices as possible before a race, because it just makes it more exciting in the race. Practice was rained out. Qualifying got shoved to the same day as the race, so they had no time to sit down and analyze everything over and over and over again. They just did quali and went straight into the race later that day. You could watch it live during the day in the US. It was fantastic and it sold
Heck
me.
yes. Rip it and grip it.
That's how it should
Okay,
be.
sorry. Quick fact check. 2012 was Vettel's third.
Third. Okay.
champion.
3 of 4, right? Was I right that he won 4?
Yeah, 13 he wins four in a row.
Because that's the end of the V8 era is 13.
Le Mans is still diesel Audis. It's, I think, probably the last of those. It's the R18
R18s, yeah.
V6 turbo diesel, though. It's closed cockpit by that point because the early ones are open cockpit. Not Tom Christensen, interestingly, winning it. Somebody else, 3 drivers whose names I didn't recognize. But the Delta Wing was there that year. I definitely remember that. Remember that
The
weirdo
Nissan
car?
Delta Wing?
Uh-huh. It looked 3-wheeled, but it actually did have 2 wheels up front. I don't think it finished. Couple other cars that might come up, so I won't mention in the slower classes at Le Mans, but some really good sports cars in 2012. Brad Keselowski is the NASCAR champion. Chevy won NASCAR. I always give NASCAR short shrift on this. I talk about Le Mans and Formula One, so I thought I'd mention that because I do like oval track racing. Okay, let's dive in. We have to pick an order, and let me just quickly reiterate how this game works for anyone who hasn't listened before. So basically what we're going to do is go around the horn. The 3 of us are going to pick a 5-car garage each from 5 categories: family hauler, daily driver, truck 4x4, sports car, and wild card. No overlap. So order matters. We're going to pick an order here, and there's going to be definitely some bickering. I think on sports cars in particular, I think that there's some really good stuff that's going to go quickly. So we will pick a category and kind of go around and have each person pick from that category. And eventually we'll end up with 15 total cars picked, 5 each from those 5 categories for all of us. And I'm going to let Beck pick.
No, Zach's picking.
Okay, Zach's going to pick the order.
He needs to
All right, I've got...
It's too clear. You got a Beck pick because I can actually see the numbers.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, my super scientific method.
Dang it, I had my out. All right.
Okay, he picked himself, so he definitely saw it.
Did
All right,
not
go ahead.
see it.
Go
That's
ahead.
fine. What is that?
Oh, Zach is number 2. All right, so I'm going last. So Beck, Zach, Alex.
Oh, my anxiety is so high right now. Just get to sports car. Rip this Band-Aid off.
Well, Beck gets to pick since he's first. So I'm going to record this so that I can read back the results at the end. Anything else we should say about 2012 before we dive in?
No, let's do this.
Let's
All
just
right.
clarify the world did not end. The Mayans were wrong.
Well, unless we're living in a simulation. Don't think about that one too much. Okay, Beck, where are we going first? What category?
We're just going to do it. We're going to do sports car.
Okay, let's rip the Band-Aid off. All right, good call. Beck, what is your sports car pick? First
I'm a
overall
little
pick.
surprised I'm picking this, but
Oh,
out of some of the discussion from before of the struggle, specifically with certain brands that I tend to be known for picking, having a lack of options, I'm going for the only one that was on my list is the one you can't get in a manual, which is the LFA.
Oh, yeah,
Ugh.
of course.
Ugh.
Zach and I both wanted that. Was that going to be the first overall pick no matter what?
Obviously.
Yeah, I think
But
I would.
I was like, that'll be my daily driver. That'll be family hauler. I just want to pick that so no one else can.
Sunset Orange is my color.
Oh, is that the one that Crandall just had, which was like a press
Yep.
car?
It is lot 219424, Sunset Orange LFA.
What do we need to say about it? It's great. That's what everyone wanted, right?
We need to say that's the wrong color. It has to be white.
Oh, I
Ideally
like
red
that color,
seats.
actually.
I can't do orange on those. Have you seen the bright green? I think they made 2 of them.
I've
like
not
a
seen
neon
that.
green. Yellow is pretty good. Black
Yeah,
is
you wouldn't be
cool.
surprised. I like the yellow, which is similar
Sure.
to Speed Yellow. And I think the Nürburgring cars were that yellow.
They were, yes.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Beck, this car, did you see it originally had a tan interior? I don't know if tan would work so well with that,
That would
color.
be a weird combo.
Yes, I love that orange, though.
For such a loud exterior, it needs a bass interior almost.
Yes. Single clutch or dual clutch? Is a single clutch.
Single clutch.
That's going to be one of the things that's going to come up, I think, a couple times. There's a couple cars that are like single clutch
It's that
only in this era.
transitional-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right on the cusp.
Yeah, a terrible screen that slowly deploys out of the dashboard, and
If
then
it
a
doesn't
single
just get
cluch
stuck.
automatic.
Man, the seats are so cool. I think that's the best sounding road car of all time. Maybe an F50.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you've said the F50 before.
Those two. I mean, I like that F1 noise for the street.
Sure.
Unreal. I mean, Toyota literally bought a carbon fiber manufacturing machine
Sure.
to build this car. It's
Is
so
it pretty small
ridiculous.
displacement? What's the size on the motor?
It's a 4.8 V10.
Okay, it's pretty big.
I think it's the size of a V8 and the weight or a little less than a V6 is what Yamaha and Lexus were claiming.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it's like a medium displacement V10, but still kind of compact the way it's configured.
But it's like
in there.
8,000 or 8,500 RPM or something, right?
It's 9K.
Wow.
I know, unreal.
And kind of towards the end of NA Motors, too. That's like
Sure.
another thing.
Okay,
right?
the other interesting thing about them is, do you guys know what MSRP was at the time?
500-ish?
Ooh, that high?
They were stickering around 380.
Oh, okay. And they couldn't sell them, or they sold
Couldn't
them?
tell.
No, they struggled to sell them.
Yeah.
No.
But today, your 380 in inflation calculator is 550. So I guess they beat
They
inflation.
beat inflation.
Yeah.
That's good. There's not very many of them, right? And what I remember, and maybe this was the disappointment, is it had been teased for a million years, like 10 years they were talking about this car, right? And then delayed. It was kind of the same thing with the hybrid NSX. Both those cars just kind of kept getting pushed. And they both got kind of a muted reception when they
Sure.
came out.
They're kind of vaporware.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
seats, the door handles.
They have a real wild dashboard too, don't they?
Yeah, it started that design language for Lexus.
Yeah, which I like, the Predator design language.
I do too.
My son went and saw the new Predator movie the other day. He really liked it. Great pick, Beck. I think that was probably where everyone wanted to go, certainly where I wanted to go. Zach, there's plenty of good options left for you, plenty of meat on the bone.
Can I defer? My backup is not that sporty as a sports car, and now I'm feeling a little insecure.
Oh, come on. No. Well, you want to defer to what?
Oh, well, actually, now I have to see. Maybe that's my daily driver.
There's a lot of sports cars that can work as daily drivers. Like I would say a good 50% or more of my cars on this list are sports cars because they'll work as wild card, daily driver. There's even some kind of marginal sports cars / family haulers, which I'm sure you're thinking about. You have controversial history on that.
Yeah, I know. Man, I've got a mix. I don't know if this is a better daily driver or sports car. It's actually probably not very good as a sports car, but the SLS.
Oh, that's great. You guys
It's
took
more-
probably my two top picks.
More of a big GT car. I've been having huge SLS cravings, but it's such a dumb city car. It's
They're
huge.
really wide. I've only seen a couple in person. They're like they have like supercar
I think
proportions.
they're 82 inches wide. I know I measured because I was like, will it fit in my
It's like
garage?
7 feet wide.
I know they're huge and they're super long.
And the
then-
doors have to go wider.
exactly. You have to count for the doors. It's probably the worst city car you could imagine, right? Parallel
Totally.
parking it. The doors probably catch curbs.
Well, I was
when
going to say,
they
at least it's really, really low also.
open. You look like such a jerk just wedging that into spots around town. But man, I love them. The perfect spec for me would have been lot number 182741, which is silver, red interior, and what I think are the good kind of double 5-spoke alloys.
I knew you were going to pick silver red or white red. I agree.
White's too flash in these.
I think
Can't
a
handle
muted exterior and bright interior is the move on these. I love these cars. And we were just talking about transitional technology. These are dual clutch. So like this is early in the like don't have to suffer the single clutch deal. They've got that wonderful motor that was in a bunch of other things. And as I recall, it's a rear transaxle.
It is a
Yes.
transaxle, and the gearbox is the same one in the 458.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And we haven't heard like issues with that gearbox either. It's not like the single clutch equivalents that have been having problems.
I think more the reputation is with the 458, but it's still the major service everyone wants to see on the SLSs when they buy, whether the gearbox oil has been changed regularly or not.
Gotcha.
So I don't think they just explode, but most people want to see if they're well serviced before buying them.
Okay.
you got, Alex?
Good pick. Well, I'm agonizing. I have a lot of sports cars on here, and I think, sadly, which I hate to do, I think I have to make a strategic move because, I mean, I'm going to lose to you guys, but I think I have to do
Beck
something.
already won. He beat us to
I
Lexus
know.
LFA.
I know. That's why order mattered so
That's
much.
the most Instagram worthy.
Well-
Oh, shoot. Can I take mine back and pick the Nürburgring LFA?
Sure, you can have a Nürburgring LFA. No, I think I have to take the 458, which you just mentioned, because I actually thought that could be a good daily driver, but one of you guys is going to take that in the daily driver if I don't. I love these. I've never driven one. It's, again, not last of a true Ferrari than modern Ferraris, but last NA, mid-engine V8. Unfortunately, no manual transmission, but I think they're probably the last Ferrari that I find very aesthetically pleasing as well. They're kind of simple. They're probably not that simple, but they seem simple, both design language-wise and technology-wise.
These are pretty old by this point, right? 458s. Didn't they come out like
They're 20.
10 is the first year.
Okay,
and
10's
they
the
made them
first year.
till 15. There's only a handful of 15s, so you're midway through.
Okay. I just love them. I think they're beautiful. I even like them in red. I'd take it in almost anything, but I particularly like them in white. Very simple.
White is cool. Dark blue is cool. They came in this dark gray. It's like a gray metallic. It almost looks like a shark in the water or something. And I think it looks so slick. It's such a flashy car that when you give it a subtle exterior color, I just think it looks sweet.
We have 3 458s live right now. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, we have 12 cars live from 2012, and we have over 2,700 cars from 2012 that we've listed. So it's a pretty big year. I should make clear I must have a Berlinetta, must have a coupe in a 458.
I love that the first car that comes up when you search 2012 is a 14,000 mile Ford Fusion SEL.
I mean, that's fine. That's
Is that
fine
your
by
daily
me.
driver?
Maybe. I don't want to spoil my pick. I would not have a Speciale. I think I would just have the regular. I would just have a regular.
No Speciale in 2012.
Oh, there's not. What year is that?
I think it's 14. It could be as early as 13.
I love these cars. They're really, really pretty.
You
I've
want
looked at them a
coupe,
lot.
Not
They're-
a convertible,
I
right?
have to have a coupe. It's not called a Berlinetta anymore, I guess, but they did go back to GTB naming
GTBs,
period at
right?
some point, right? I can't remember. I love them. I think they're fantastic. And they're kind of going up in value, right, Zach? And I think the same is true with SLSs, isn't that right?
I think, yeah, man, SLSs have been
Definitely. Yeah.
ripping lately. And then they both have what we're talking about, that intersection of digital, but still old school, not fully do it all for you.
At what point does a car person a generation young? Well, you, Zach, you already are a generation younger than me. At what point is like an SLS or a 458 like a classic car? Are we getting close to that?
Oof, I don't know. I'll even go back further. Like, at what point is a E30 a classic car?
I mean,
Still
I
feels
think most
weird
people
to-
would definitely consider it a classic car. Don't you?
I don't know. I just have a weird time assigning classic to something around 1980s and newer.
It's a young timer still.
I don't know. Ugh, I'm too nauseous to carry on. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I guess I got to get over it. Last naturally aspirated mid-engine
Mhm.
V8 Ferrari, then they get turbos after that.
Yes, I drove one of those at that supercar driving experience, and I really didn't like it. The turbocharged version of this
488?
car. Yeah, I thought it was lame.
I'm happy for you, Alex.
It's a good car. I would much rather have had either of your picks, but actually this is good, and like I can get into the sad Alex picks a little bit later.
Well,
We'll get there.
SLS's sports cars.
I definitely think so. Like rear transact, like they definitely made it to be sporty for sure. Big NA motor, absolutely. And as I recall, it's all aluminum. It's not that heavy. It's like 3,400 pounds, which at the time maybe seemed heavy, but it's now like positively light because everything's got big batteries in it and stuff. All right, Beck, we're rounding back to you. Where are we going to go next? What category?
Let's go to family hauler.
Oh, okay. Is there a shooting brake Aston for you? I don't know.
I tried, man. I tried, and there is one, but I couldn't find one. And in fact, I don't think I have to go very far. I think I can stay here in the U.S. for the best family hauler, which is going to be a CTS-V Wagons.
Oh, good
6-speed.
call. That was on my list for sure.
Decent amount of good options, honestly. We're still getting some wagons here. There's one from a particular brand that was recently mentioned that was my possible other go-to. But what's probably one of the best things about CTS-V wagons is the color spectrum. There's a bunch of different options out there. You can get it almost in anything. And I'm very curious, but I mean, 6-speed for a family hauler is tough to figure out, especially in this era where things are starting to go to these different versions of automatics. But yeah, that's my pick.
Supercharged V8. Is it the ZR1 engine? Kind of detuned? I think it
Ooh.
is, right?
I don't know.
C6
actually.
ZR1 engine, I think.
LSA motor. I mean, that's
Yeah,
a
it
part
could
of
be
the-
could be talking out of my rear end on this. I'm not totally sure, but amazing cult following.
Huge.
I actually like, as I was cruising these around, like looking at them a little bit, and I actually like all the CTS-Vs. I like the sedan
Sure.
too, and I like the coupe kind of too.
I think they've aged extremely well.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
What's your color, Beck?
Oh, I don't know. There was I mean, not to sound too redundant from my LFA pick, but there was an orange I was liking as well.
Great. All orange garage.
Orange garage.
You're like Guy Fieri.
I like that metallic blue for Beck's garage.
Oh yeah, that's really good. Isn't there? There's like kind of like a greenish, like olive drab color, isn't there too? There's a lot of interesting colors on those. Great pick, Beck. Most certainly on my list. Zach, family hauler.
My family hauler is a shooting brake. It's the Ferrari FF.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is just turning into here's all the things on my short list, and you guys are just taking them.
I
Great
told
call.
you, dude, 12 is slimmer pickings than it seems. It feels like it would be a great year, but
What there is there's two great picks for every category, and I go third, so I just have a lot of resentment. That's a great pick. I love these a lot.
2012 is a year where there's a right answer and there's a wrong answer, and we're taking the right answer.
That's correct.
So,
FF is so good. What's the color combo for you?
it's one of the only Ferraris I think I'd actively want in red.
Oh yeah, I think they look great in red.
Red is cool. Red black, which we haven't sold one, but unpainted wheels. And I just like the idea of having what's probably the most homely Ferrari ever made. And then you can talk up about your Ferrari when you're out to dinner
Well,
with your friends and family, and then they come out to the parking lot and everybody's like, ooh.
don't forget there's a California also available in 2012, so it's not. It could get worse.
You know, the 12,
I think I'm safe in saying that that's not going to get drafted. Nobody's going to draft a California.
I think that is safe. I think the FF may be less attractive by beauty standards.
Oh, that's interesting.
I like them. They're weird, but I'd never call it beautiful.
They're striking. They're big. Same thing with the CTS-V wagon. They're both like pretty big vehicles.
I think
like
their
in terms
quirkiness though makes up for it.
Yes,
like
correct.
Sure, there may be not the most attractive era, I think, in general for Ferrari, but specifically the quirkiness, the hatchback. It was in the news.
I tried that line a lot in college, Beck. My quirkiness makes up for what you're seeing right now.
Big NAV12.
It's NAV12 and it's all-wheel drive, which
right, has the weird transmission on the front of the engine.
Only certain gears, right?
It disengages after third gear.
I think it's like a 2-speed.
That's not a nightmare to own, right?
No.
Certainly not when you're in the snow.
That's a great pick. Certainly, those were my 2 top picks. So now I again have to talk, or you guys have to talk amongst yourselves while I think about what I'm gonna do.
What could be some of the worst picks Alex could get?
Yeah. Well, actually, I know what I'm gonna do, and it may be up there. I think this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm gonna draft a car I actually owned. I'm gonna pick a 2012. I was thinking about this last night. I'm gonna pick a 2012 TSX Sport Wagon, which we actually owned, and I really liked, and I miss a lot. And after you guys got those 2, I actually can't think of anything I'd really like more.
And you can get that in a 6-speed too, can't you?
Not the wagon, unfortunately, although it would be cool to do a swap in one of those.
Sure.
You could get the sedan. Our colleague Jeff has one of those.
Jeff's is a 6-speed. I like those a lot.
I would just get our exact car. We had that I think it was called Glacier Blue or something like that. It was the launch color. I freaking loved that car. They're weird. Every time I see one around, there's one that lives over by your house, Beck, that I see a lot. And I just get excited about them every time. It's a quirky car. We've listed a couple of them actually. And we drove ours 100,000 miles. My wife loved it. She misses it. I actually loved driving it. It has the 2.4 liter VTEC motor that everyone likes so much. K24. Thank you. It was slipping my mind. I just loved it. I thought it was a great car and it was really good for hauling our kids, which was the whole point. So not that I didn't already lose the draft.
Officially lost Instagram.
Oh, dude, they hate me every time. So it's all good. It's not like anybody on Instagram actually listens to the podcast, so it doesn't matter. They just look at
this clip that's going to be posted on Instagram.
They just see an orange LFA right back in the comments, say Alex is on drugs.
Correct. Yeah.
Move on.
Alex did not cook. This is actually the same thing with the Bullet pod, which got a bunch of responses, but it was definitely a bunch of old guys who didn't listen. I'd like to apologize to all the Mopar nerds out there who are definitely not listening to this either for calling a 440 a wedge and not getting the correct lineage from 426 Hemis to 440 non-wedges or whatever the heck.
Number of hubcaps.
Oh yeah, totally. Tyler should feel really embarrassed he didn't count hubcaps correctly. But no, it was inevitable that I was going to lose anyway, Zach. So I might as well really lean in and just lose hard. Follow my heart. Now I kind of regret my 458 Italia pick. I should have just picked something way crappier.
Yeah, you should have picked the TSX or sports car.
Totally. All right, Beck, where are we going next?
Well, now that we've left the quirky category, let's do daily driver.
Okay. Lots of good options here.
This is probably a little bit easier, a little bit more full of options here.
Almost everything's dailyable by 2012.
One that I've never had a lot of experience with, but it has certainly grown on me, C63 AMG Black Series.
Oh, good one.
These have definitely appreciated pretty much a ton considering where they were not too long ago. A lot that I was looking at in black.
I think they're coupes only.
Coupes only, yeah. Okay. Lot 210-891 in black, over black.
Great looking. I actually like that C-Class coupe a lot.
I do as well.
My buddy Keith had one of those in like a 350 and he loved it. I think maybe still has it. It's put like 100,000 miles on it.
No idea how hard these are on city streets though. I don't imagine it's probably pretty
back seat, no back seat?
They've got back seats. I mean, it's a daily driver. There's even a little media tray.
It's a family hauler.
Proven this is objectively the worst Black Series.
But I need that for my daily routines. This would work well, again, in the public school drop-off.
Okay, Zach. Daily driver.
Dead air. That's all we have to say about the C63 Black Series.
Totally. So. No, I actually think it's a good. I looked at that exact lot, actually.
My daily driver is, you know what? I'll make it a car. I actually did daily drive for a couple of years. 2012 Cayman R. Has to be in Peridot. Has to have a 6-speed. Lot number 35709 is the perfect spec, in my opinion. I like the black wheels with the silver lip, with the black script.
That's your color? The one that you had?
Yeah, Peridot.
Nice.
It has the bucket seats, which you probably don't want to daily drive. Mine had heated seats, which were great and held me in just fine on track. This one's got ceramics, which would be sweet. So yeah, I think that car did everything perfectly. Had 2 trunks, got good gas mileage, felt fun. I love walking up to the color. You get so many different colors out of it and different lights. The headlights were fantastic in that car. Sounded good. Man, I actually do kind of miss it.
Have you searched your old VIN? Do you know where it ended up?
I do know where it ended up. So yeah, went to a salvage auction. For those that don't know, a tree landed on it out in front of my house. So that's how that car met its demise. And I just took the check and moved on with my life. And then someone repaired the roof after the tree smashed it. And then some nice people in the middle of the country bought it and drove it back from LA. Forget exactly where they are. Yeah.
Wow, you know a lot of details about this.
They messaged me. They're like, hey, I bought your Cayman. You work at Bring a Trailer. That's so cool. And I'm not exaggerating, I think I had over $60,000 of receipts for that car, and I kept it just in case. So I was like, oh, I got a stack of service records for you. I'd just done the plugs right before the tree fell on it. I just did tires. I felt so dumb. But yeah, so they got all the benefit. I sent them that stack of records and it's driving around.
Amazing. Glad that it's still alive.
I'm glad that car came up too, because I really like that car. And I think it's one of the, I mean, there's so many like kind of halo cars from this year, or not halo cars, but like big boy kind of fancy borderline supercars that we've all already discussed. That's like kind of an underrated, awesome pick for almost any of these categories. You said 6-speed, they put PDKs in those?
Yeah, you can get PDK.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. And then I know you've walked me through this before, but you need to school me again. That's basically the coupe version of the Boxster Spider. Is that right? So like kind of the spec is similar between those two cars, just roof and no roof?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the Cayman R is like a different front sway bar, and there's some really subtle differences, but they're the same.
I like that car a lot. I think that's a great pick. It would be so wonderful for daily. You could use it for all kinds of stuff. Wonderful. I've been agonizing here. I don't know what to do. I mean, man, I'm just like going down the toilet, so I might as well lean in. I think I'm going to pick a car that I really like as my daily driver. That's definitely not going to win brownie points. TTRS. I've always been obsessed with them.
I was hoping you'd pick one of those.
Yeah, and you get them with 6-speed, and this is the first generation, which I actually don't think looks as good as the newer one. It has a little bit less power, but turbocharged 5-cylinder, 350 horsepower or something like that. Plenty. You get them with a 6-speed. This is kind of the beginning of some of those like matte colors for Audi too. You know, like Audi just really started, Porsche does it too, with all these chalk colors and matte gray colors, or not matte, but non-metallic. You know, there's a gray, there's a silver, there's a blue I really like. I actually thought, Zach, about getting one of these. I think you and I talked about it. I thought about getting one of these instead of my Civic. Getting a used one of these.
Cylinder.
Totally.
Those put out crazy magazine numbers when they came out in 2012.
They're really fast.
It was against, it was like a second faster to 60, faster than that in the quarter mile. Looked cool.
Yeah.
I got a soft spot for them too. And they got those little back seats.
They do. They sound rad. Yeah, I thought about getting one instead of my Civic, getting a used TTRS instead of the Civic. And I was like, I want something more reliable.
This is like the start of all-wheel drive is being faster than rear-wheel drive.
And the newer one...
No, that was the Super SDI in 2004.
Oof. There you get me.
Yeah.
The newer one with the dual clutch is like maybe 3.5 seconds to 60. They're so fast.
Crazy.
Some crazy. I mean, I presume they have launch control and stuff, but I mean, that's like supercar numbers from the late 90s, early 2000s in like a 400 horsepower 5-cylinder Audi.
Even now,
it's a Golf underneath, right? I mean, that's all it is. Just a Golf chassis with a bunch of,
But that engine didn't come in a Golf, though. You couldn't get it. That wasn't the R motor, right?
No, because the TTS is so there's the regular TT, which is like 2-liter turbo, and then the TTS that has the Golf R engine, 300 horsepower, and then the TTRS is like a whole different beast.
Yeah, there was an R32 in 12, I believe. Or maybe that's the first year the Golf R.
I think there's
R32
Rs.
is 08.
Yes, I think there's Golf
Rs. First year
Rs.
the Golf R, and I think that gets a 6-cylinder.
I saw one of the weird Mark V R32s the other day. You almost never see those. They're coupe only. You know the car I'm talking about? They're the
08 DSG.
Yes.
All the chrome in the
correct.
front. They're all blue.
Uh-huh.
Not actually.
This one was white, but most of them are blue.
Oh, you saw a white one?
Yeah.
A true unicorn.
It was like all stanced out. It looked pretty rough. It looked pretty tired. But I like
blue
those
one
cars.
with an exhaust that drives past my house.
Wow,
on a daily
2
basis.
left in existence in the Bay Area.
Those are probably the only 2 around. Okay, I'm just going to, not say anything more about the TTRS. It's rad. All right, Beck, are we doing truck next? You don't want to do wild cards.
No, saving wild card for last. 4x4 pickup. This one's going to be a little out there. And this one's got a soft spot in my heart because I listed this car in early white glove territory.
Oh.
This is a 2012.
Oh my God, Beck. I'm literally looking at my screen. I have the same thing.
Same listing? Is it the exact same listing?
No, I picked the white one because
There are two of these.
And I
on
like
site.
the shot in the mountains.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I went with this
so
one because it was the first
Why
one.
did you invite Beck?
2012 Titan XD 4400 4x4 camper conversion.
Wait, what? Show me this. I don't know where Oh!
This is a military vehicle. It is basically, I believe it was based off of a Mayan truck, which was a military.
Right, and it was a European truck, right? And then the conversion is done in the U.S. or something
Conversion
like that?
done in the
I
US.
remember this.
This is lot 56332. This is by a seller, Judd Eads, who runs Adrenaline Sports out of Utah. He essentially took on a bunch of chassis that were sitting around. They had motors in them, but they were basically base sort of, ladder frame with a cab. And then he was putting on these boxes on the back that had these just wickedly crazy transformative kind of boxes that open up and expand while having this incredibly capable off-road. And this was in a moment in 2021 is when this car listed, when 4x4 bug-out vehicles were just selling like crazy. Like you wouldn't want to be somebody...
Overlanders.
Overlanders. It would be a tough space to be trying to sell this right now. But I mean, he got $250,000 for both of these things. And what's wild is that the second one went for more than the first one. And usually you would think it's the other way around. The white one that Zach is referencing sold not long after. And Judd surprised me by this. After this sold and sort of unexpectedly for $241,000, he then called me up and said, great.
I've got more.
I got another one.
What's it called? It's called a Titan what?
Titan XD 4400 4x4 camper conversion.
Okay. That's a mouthful. That's
It
amazing.
is.
And it has like an apartment in the back, right? Basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get into the camper, it looks like your normal sort of maybe a little bit larger than a Sprinter van. But I think what's probably the most important part is the fact that it can basically drive over anything.
Yeah, go anywhere.
Or through anything.
Yeah,
too.
Paris Dakar Rally.
For sure.
Jumps
It
and
actually
dunes.
looks honestly like one of those
It does.
Mitsubishi Dakar trucks.
And you're going to need that for the angry mob of neighbors you have when you street park that thing in San Francisco.
100%.
I don't think this would fit down my street.
Awesome. Great pick. Zach, truck 4x4.
I'm happy for you, Beck. Oh,
Thank you.
man.
You can tell that was genuine.
I don't have a plan B for wild card, so I'll just have to rage quit if Beck picks that.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But for truck, I did have a backup, and I've been going kind of deep on these lately. Maybe when I actually hit 40, I'll just pull the trigger. But 2012 Cayenne V6 6-speed.
Oh.
I'm super into them. The shift action's like actually pretty slick. That V6, I think it's technically a VR6, sounds kind of cool, and it's sort of revvy. It makes power up top, and the Cayennes of that generation shed like over 500 pounds from the earlier ones. So it's fun. I would have a blast just commuting in it. I think they look good. I like the grab handles and the center stack for the Cayennes.
Can you get those in Peridot also?
You could get a GTS.
Oh, GTS. Okay.
Cheapo V6s. They never come in good colors. They all have dinky wheels, a lot of the horrible chrome surround around them. But yeah, I think that's my truck.
And this second gen, this is when they also shed lockers, right? The first gen, you could get locking diffs on the Cayenne, but you couldn't on the second because they were trying to legitimize it like as an off-road vehicle, so you could get all these crazy off-road capabilities. And then I think they realized that nobody actually wanted that.
Nobody wants that. Yeah, totally. I thought they went to more aluminum in the construction. I thought too, because these are kind of Audi, some kind of an Audi, aren't they? Are they Q7s or Q5s?
It's a cross-platform for sure.
For sure. I love that Zach. Cayenne Turbo though was like probably my number one pick.
A turbo. They're pretty different.
No, I actually kind of wish I'd thought of V6 6-speed because I'd almost rather have that. That's pretty cool. It's fairly rare, right?
They're not common. In 2012 alone, we've sold 7 for this gen.
All with 6-speeds?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's more than I would have thought.
It's more than you'd think. I mean, we've had over 100 Cayenne 6-speeds, but a bunch of those are GTSs.
GTSs, so right. GTS is a V8?
It is.
Yeah, okay.
And the earlier ones look way better, but to drive, I think I'd rather have the V6, honestly.
Great. I love it. I think it's a wonderful pick. Killer.
Thanks for flattering me.
No, I'm actually honest about
On the
that.
heel of my losses to Beck.
Interestingly, that allows me to pick something that I actually felt pretty passionately about.
Number one?
No, my number one, I would have probably chosen a Cayenne Turbo. I don't have a Porsche. I probably won't pick a Porsche. So this is a truck I really like. So I'm going to pick a SVT Raptor.
There you go. That was my number 2.
Yeah. Brodozer. I actually really, really like these. I've never driven one, but I've always liked them.
The front end is fantastic.
Yeah, totally.
The big Ford.
This is the exact vehicle I was thinking of when I'm like, oh yeah, they slapped screens into kind of cheapo plastic dashes in 2012. Not the most amazing center stack in these, but super cool. You guys remember how hyped people were when the Raptors came out, right? And people were like going nuts. Oh, come on.
Intersection of 2012, my life, and your pick. Actually, this is more like 14-ish. And right after I graduated, but this one kid in my fraternity whose dad came from oil money had a Velociraptor. He had
sure.
the Hennessy modified, which is that's probably the most obnoxious vehicle you could have around UC Berkeley. It's so huge, doesn't fit anywhere.
Sure.
It's like the antithesis of the mentality there. It was so imposing on the street, and it would just crack me up to see that thing.
I actually love that. They put a supercharger on the engine, I'm assuming.
Yeah. It's like a 700 horsepower Hennessy modified.
You got some flares too.
And to really accelerate the D-bag factor, the kid's first name was the same as the manufacturer. So that massive grill. Oh, it was really hilarious.
That's pretty amazing. Did you ride in that thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
This was like slightly after my time, but I'd still, when I was cruising to the gym or whatever, see it.
I love that
out front.
I think this is the era when those same types of dudes were like, let me go to the dunes and jump them. And they were bending them all in half. People thought they were like trophy trucks, basically. And it's like, no, it's still an F-150 under there. It's got a lot of stuff on it, but it's not totally ready to do the Baja 1000.
I love that it's still the SVT branding. That disappeared, right? Isn't that that last of it?
I'm not clear on the lineage of them. Later, they're a twin turbo V6, I think, but this is still the big 6.2 V8 NA. But a lot of the ones we've listed, they're either the Hennessy's or people have put superchargers on them. Because like the 450 horsepower is not enough for the flat brim.
Not at all.
For the flat brim guys.
Yeah, Beck, I think you're right. I think they dropped the SVT part of the Raptor once they go to the twin turbo 6.
Yeah, sad one. SVT as a brand is, I don't know if it really matters that much, but as a kid, that's what was the best Mustang, right? That's what was the best
SVO, baby.
Right.
And the best Ford Focus.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yes. And Contour.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right.
And then to see that go away for I don't know. I guess they're just Raptor now, right? They're not part of some sort of.
Well, they also like probably because of the success of this. This is still the first generation Raptor, I think, because of the success of this.
I think this is the cross. It was the last of the SVT and first of the Raptor.
Right.
Your transition.
But then there's can't you get Raptors on other? You can get a Raptor Bronco,
Correct.
right? And can't you get a
now
Raptor
that's
or
essentially
something
the
else too?
Off-road high-end brand, if you
right?
will.
For like
brand.
every truck that they make, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, I'm stoked to get that one. It's not going to bring me back, but there's something for me. All right, let's see if Beck's going to steal your wild card. You ready, Beck?
I would be very surprised if someone else picked this one. Now, I have to say there's a little bit of a caveat. This is not necessarily a model year car because it was built in 2012, though.
Okay.
But it's very unique.
I'm going to need
for a wild card, I feel like you're allowed to go.
I'm going to need a similar ruling on mine, so good.
Okay, this is the DeLorean DMC Hovercraft that was on Bring a Trailer.
I remember
in 2019. It was built as per the description in 2012. Now, it is technically not a DeLorean. It is just a shell made to look like one, but it has a phenomenal video on there. The lot number is 24717, so very early on.
Contender for best lead image on BAT of all time.
Yes, correct.
Phenomenal lead image of it sort of going through the spray in SF Bay. Also, personally, I had seen this in person at Giants games. They would go into
it had some notoriety, didn't it, before? That's what I remember.
It would go to Giants games, and McCovey Cove is this very small little inlet that is just to the south side of the
Searching
ballpark.
for a synonym for cove.
I was trying to find the cove. Yes, it's most people might not know what a cove is, but it is basically right just south of what is now, I guess, Oracle Park. And it would basically during games go in there and do some donuts over the water. And it was on the site. I remember when it came, they submitted it through, and I don't know, personally, it was super exciting to see it be offered through us, for them to trust us. And this was pretty early on, right? Pre-pandemic. And it looks the part for sure and did pretty darn well. Sold for $44,000 for what is essentially a 2-seater little hovercraft
toy.
That can do anything else.
Yeah. I remember there being hype around that when we were,
I bet it was even on Hype Beast at some point.
Oh, yeah. How many hypes did it get?
So that's my wild card.
That's an excellent use of the wild card category. Yeah. I have gotten pretty boring with
There's
those.
a road test for DeLorean on that page.
Yeah, totally. Probably should pull that off. All right, Zach. Safe to say that he didn't steal your thunder.
Beck said, I don't think I picked a single Porsche. A sigh of relief came off.
Oh, okay.
Mine is lot number 116162. It's the Falcon livery 2012 GT3 RSR, which I would put Falcon livery in my top 3 favorite liveries of all time.
Wow. Awesome.
I mean, this is a car you can take to a ton of cool events now.
Cool.
Use it. You could use it on open track days, and you could also just use it on Instagram with that color scheme and the Falcon livery and that perfectly erect center windshield wiper. Inboard fog.
So great.
Things. Yeah.
Was that part of the big Porsche collection that Wob did?
It was.
Yeah,
yes.
okay. I also wanted a 997 RSR. And the one I remember loving from that collection was the plain yellow RSR.
One?
It was
The
just
08?
but it was an earlier one. Those cars did really well at Le Mans. They were like winning everything, basically, those RSRs. Can you school me on RSRs? They got a bigger motor. What are the differences? This is the most extreme GT3, right?
I honestly don't know.
Or I guess it's not even a GT3. It's like a step
It's
above.
still a
it.
GT3.
Okay.
It's before they flip the motor transmission around.
Oh,
so it's
that's
still
right.
rear
Okay.
engine.
Well, I guess I don't know what RSR designates because there's 993 RSRs. And then when they go to the GT3, there's GT3 Cups. And then in 04, there's a GT3 RSR, which has wider body work. I don't remember if it got a factory 4-liter or not. And then the 997s start out and there's Cups, and then they go to RSRs.
Right.
So anyway, RSR better, more flares, more scoops, Falcon livery. That's all I need.
It's so good. That livery is fantastic. That might be up there on the, I mean, there's so many good GT3 liveries, but that is really up there.
I love it.
Fantastic. Okay, Beck, I said I'm going to need a ruling from you guys, and I do. C6R, Pratt & Miller.
Sick.
It's unclear to me
Sure.
if they were building them in 2012. They were definitely still racing and doing well, but it's hard. Like they changed it as best I could tell in 2012. It's like wider and stuff. So that makes me think it's a new chassis, but it's like hard to know kind
If
of.
we told you no, what would your wild card be?
I have a couple interesting options, also race cars, but I need the ruling on this first before I acknowledge how many steps down I'm going to go from Pratt & Miller.
I'm cool with Pratt & Miller.
This
I
is
was
one of
mostly
those
just
tough-
curious.
They continued racing after this. They were still making engines and stuff in 2013 for these. It's just, I find this a lot, Beck. I don't know when you're doing research for cars. It's hard to know, particularly for race cars, like when did they build the damn things, right? And like a lot of times, like a 2012 NASCAR might have a chassis from 2010, but they completely rebuilt it. So is it a new car, or is because the tube frame is the same, does it not count? I
For
don't know.
sure. And especially one of these where it's going to a sort of a third party
Correct.
finishing. It's
Correct.
the question of, is it when the factory built it or when it came out of the third party? We deal with this, not that it's a good comparison, but with camper vans all the time. All these companies that take these Sprinters and then remake them, and they've got a different title on them now. What is the model year for them?
Right. I mean, in 2012, they got second place at 12 Hours of Sebring. They won an American Le Mans Series race in Long Beach, which is interesting. Must have been in support of the Long Beach Grand Prix. But
Okay.
if you guys will allow it, that's what I want.
Well, Alex, after we pummeled you by selecting all the other good cars from 2012, I think we can let you have this.
That one Zach at Road America this year that was like clearly the fastest car. I mean, he must have been getting close to 200 on that front straight. I mean, it's just so brutal and sick. And I actually kind of regret now. I mean, just a normal C6 Z06 would be, and by 2012 was kind of,
ZR1 was one of the honorable mentions I was surprised nobody picked.
yeah, well, and this is late in C6s, so like the Z06s and the ZR, like they're getting all these, 3LT, 2L. I don't understand all the
All the
packages, but
variants.
they're getting all. I think you could get late in the C6 Z06, you could basically get the ZR1 wheels and like carbon ceramic brakes and everything, but still not with the supercharged engine.
No, it's the Grand Sport, which is
Oh, okay.
all the Z06. It's basically what you're describing with the
Yeah.
Z06, the Z01.
But they're, at the end, there's all these interesting versions of
Yeah,
them.
the
They got
Grand
kind of
Sports are sick.
interesting colors on them and stuff. So anyway, Pratt & Miller C6R is like just one of my favorite race cars of all
And you
time.
got the hair for it.
I mean, I think they were 205 on the Mulsanne straight. I mean, for a car that's like not in the LMP class, it's like extremely fast.
And if it wasn't offered in 2012, I'm sure the commenters will let you know.
Okay, honorable mentions that we didn't pick.
Oh man, I have a long list of these, but go ahead, Zach.
Big one, the 997, 911 final year, just C2, C2S, GTS, just fantastic at everything. Those are getting pretty expensive already.
GTS was on a lot of my lists, but then you said something disparaging about the one that you owned for like
Well,
one day.
Pick the Cayman R over it. So
That tells you something.
yeah, but
they have center locks, don't they? The GTSs?
They do.
Yeah, okay.
I'm done buying cars that are nicer to look at than they are to drive.
Yeah,
But, man, it was nice to look at.
6-foot long torque wrench to put the wheel on.
Which I still have. My home defense system. Yeah, ZR1 C6 last year, 2012. The Bentley Continental Super Sports ISR convertible was almost my family car. It's a title that is an oxymoron because it's the lightweight Bentley, but they throw the back seats in it, make it convertible, and it weighs 5,300 pounds.
I had a lot of
Pretty sick.
Bentleys on my list. Flying Spur, Speed for family hauler, Mulliner GT
Okay.
Coupe
Yeah.
for
W12.
daily driver. Yep. And
That was
then
mine.
you asked me to out my backup. My backup for wildcard was the GT3 like full race car Bentley Continental, which is like one of the craziest race cars of all time. We're going to turn this big heavy tank of a car into a GT3 racer, which is amazing. You're talking about the street version of that, right, Zach?
Yes.
But there was a full track version of it too,
I know.
which is crazy.
So cool.
And they have white with the green stripe. The street cars have that too, right? The little one green stripe down the side. They look so good.
They must be so big on the field. I wonder if it was a
Totally.
pain to pass.
Totally.
Another honorable mention, V12 Vantage.
Oh, totally.
V12 Vantage 6-speed.
How about
Mhm.
Rapide, which I should have picked
True,
instead of a
family
stupid
car.
No, we
TSX
said
sport
honorable
wagon.
mention.
I actually think the Rapide is very handsome,
They're
but
crazy value.
totally, they're like 30 grand, aren't they?
know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gallardo, end of Gallardo thing.
like
You could get
Gallardo
the
and
two.
R8,
I thought about that 2-wheel drive Gallardo, but there's no. I think it's called the LP 552 or something like that. But I don't think you can't get LP 550 2-wheel drive, but also a stick, right? Or is that a thing?
You can. The only ones we've sold, I think, are 10s or 11s.
Okay.
But I don't know if they made them or 12.
Okay.
By then, they made so few of them. There's probably a few out there. But you could get a Superleggera, which was almost a pick of mine, but the earlier V10 just sounds so much better.
Yeah, they're really
I couldn't
stretching.
myself to
They're stretching the Gallardo at that point. Like
Yeah.
the Huarcon or whatever is behind
Those
behind
single
schedule.
clutches they're getting long in the tooth.
Yeah. I think you kind of need a gated on those.
Yeah.
Which you
I
can do
like
in the
them.
R8, but you could,
Yeah.
but it's only all-wheel drive.
R8, V10,
Right.
or V8. That was on my short list. You guys like MP4 12C McLarens?
I was looking at it.
Zach's squinting his eyes. No, I like those a lot.
It was a big moment when they came out. It's totally worth acknowledging. Like a McLaren road car, we haven't seen that in a couple decades.
Totally.
Which before we just got the SLR, which was tuned by McLaren and still a Mercedes. So yeah, pretty special when they came out, but they just don't sound that good. They look a little generic.
Yeah.
Ask me what I really think.
Yeah, totally. That's how a lot of people think about them. I like them because they're like latter day McLarens. I don't like. They're too busy for me, and it's the simplest of the McLarens. There's a,
Yeah.
I think it's called a 570. There's another one that's pretty simple that comes out a couple of years later,
I
but most of them just have too, like P1s are terrible looking to me. Like
I
they're just-
like that the design language looks super organic.
It
looks like
is.
it's
Yeah.
grown
It's
rather than
interesting.
engineered. But I will say about the MP4 12Cs, when they came out, it was also another just performance-wise, blew everything out of the water.
Correct.
They had over 600 horsepower. And then they also developed that crazy suspension system that I think disconnects the front and rear sway bars when you're driving. So
Whoa, I
it's
didn't
super
know that.
comfortable. Yeah. Not that supercars were uncomfortable at the time, but it was the first one I think people came out and was like, wow, you could use this daily. It's so comfortable. It rides so well when it starts.
And correct me if I'm wrong, aren't McLaren still basically using that same, isn't that the same car that they've just developed? Or isn't it the same tub and motor that they've just used over and over and over again for every model of every car?
I can't speak too intelligently
Okay.
to that, but I think they probably drifted away from that by
Okay.
now.
All I can say is there's so many versions of it now that I have no idea what number we're at.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I remember MP412C.
Terrible name is part of the
It was
problem.
so long. Didn't
And
they
it
drop
became-
off the latter half of it at one point? Didn't they just call it the M or the 12C?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then it became the 650S, which had the same rear end, but the updated front end that looks like the P1 and the P1. And then they did the 570s, which is like the junior one below the 650s.
That's the one I like. That's the other simple one, right? Just like a little
Yeah.
hard top, kind of small. Yeah, I like those a
Then
lot.
the 720s came out. There's McLaren GT, which you got to figure out where that goes in.
Gosh, I don't know. My buddy Roddy, shout out, is at the Win right now for something in Vegas, but they have a bunch
McLaren
of
store in there.
Yes, and they have a bunch of cars on display. They have a AMG GT1, and then they have some
Was he
crazy
there for the
McLaren.
race?
Yeah, but they have the new, the retro F1 McLaren there, the one that looks like the McLaren F1 from the 90s. There's like some new
Oh, the
version of
Gordon
that.
Murray T50.
Yeah, have you
Oh,
seen
that?
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no. But there's one that looks like the McLaren
Oh, I don't
F1,
know it.
but it's like a modern version of it. You don't know what I'm talking about. They made like you know how like they made a new Yellowbird that looks like the old Yellowbird, but it's all like
new
carbon and
Countach,
everything.
and
Yes,
then-
correct.
Sure.
So it's like that, but it looks like the
But
90
McLaren made it?
I think so. Gosh, I should know what this is called. You guys can pull it up and find it, but it was on display there.
All right, cool.
It's been fed to me on Instagram a couple times. A couple other quick honorable mentions. No GTR, no R35, which is interesting.
There's just nothing that special about 12 compared to 08 to 2025.
to 24.
Yeah. You know, it's just one of the other notches in the GTA
Correct.
12. You get a Black Series. They're cool. I like them.
Evora, daily driver, not your jam. Mazda Speed 3, E63 WAG, no E63
E63
WAG.
that
You
was-
thought about
Mazda
it.
as
Speed
well.
3 is cool because that's the last Mazda Speed product we got.
Remember they like had to take away all the boost in like the first 3 gears because you couldn't like just spun the tires. What else? Boss 302. I like Boss 302s a lot.
That's a good one.
And there's the Laguna Seca version, which
That's
is
a
like
really good one.
which is like seats removed. I've thought about one of those as a daily driver. Oh, you'll appreciate this, Zach. Even I couldn't do it to follow my passion, but Accord V6 Coupe 6-speed. We just had
those are
one
sweet.
recently.
I really
Yeah.
like those.
That's about all I've got. Any other honorable mentions from you, Beck?
No, we mentioned everything. Everything on my list has been brought up.
WRX wagon. I like that. And a lot of people don't like the second generation WRX, but I do. Oh, Volvo C30 T5R. I don't think there's a Polestar in
Oh, sure.
2012, but there's a 5-speed and a T5R. I like those.
Those were good looking.
Super good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Around San Francisco, everywhere too.
The hatch homage to the 1800 ES.
1800 ES homage indeed. All right, let me recap really quick and then we will call it quits. Okay. Beck, sports car, LFA, win the whole thing. Family hauler, CTS-V WAG, 6-speed, daily driver, C63 black. We had a lot to say about that one. Truck 4x4, Titan XD 4400. You have a specific lot number there. Overlander, live in it. You could live. That's a new category.
Well, I'm
Live
selling
in.
my house to buy
Yeah,
all these
totally. I
cars,
was gonna
so
say,
that's
totally.
what's gonna have to happen.
And wild card, God, really good list, Beck. DeLorean Hovercraft. Well done. Congratulations on the win. Zach, congratulations on second place with your SLS
The
AMG.
podcast that should have just been an Instagram post.
Totally. Yeah. Don't worry. That's how most people will treat it. Sports car, SLS AMG, family hauler, Ferrari FF, red, black, color combo, daily driver, Cayman R, Peridot. You had lot number 35709 for a specific car. Truck 4x4, Cayenne V6 6-speed. I actually really like that pick a lot. And wild card, GT3 RSR, lot 116162, Falcon livery. And my picks, sports car 458 Italia, family hauler Acura TSX Sport Wagon, daily driver Audi TT RS, truck 4x4 Ford SVT Raptor, wild card a Pratt & Miller C6R Corvette. Did we do it?
I think we did it. That's a great wild card, by the way, Alex. The more I look at the photos of that vet, it's fantastic.
I just like, it's one of those cars, this must happen to you guys too. The more I look at them and I'm around one and I see them, I'm like, God, that's one of the greats. That's one of the great race cars, those C6Rs. Well, thanks, boys. Anything we should close with?
No events coming up.
No.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thanksgiving coming up. Some exciting stuff coming
Fast
up.
the Furious pod coming up.
Fast and Furious pod coming up.
Yes.
Very excited
Fire
about
up
that.
your DVD player.
Oh, yeah. You wanted to tease the movies. Yes.
That will alienate 95% of our listener base.
Fire up your
Well, if they
stolen
made it to this
Panasonic
point-
DVD player.
They are 5%.
Yeah, totally. If you're listening now,
That baby in your PlayStation 2.
that's right. You're in dash PlayStation 2 and
Watch
your
the movie in your
Integra.
car. Yeah.
Yeah. I have
On your
so many questions for you guys.
Stolen combination DVD, TV, VCR.
One teaser. Is that the worst collection of cars for drag racing ever assembled? Like,
Oh, we're gonna
nothing
get
has
into
one.
best and worst
Nothing
cars.
has more than 1.6 liters of displacement.
All front wheel drive burnouts.
Yeah. I have so many takes. All right, boys. What a treat. Thank you. And thanks to all of you for listening. We appreciate you. Feedback to podcast@bringatrailer.com. We will catch you next time.